And at the same juncture, today I would like to express my views over a couple of topics. And let me familiarize you with those a couple of topics. The very first topic that named be positive. Okay? And even my very second topic that is about dream big. And in addition to, let's get the ball rolling on these a couple of topics firstly. You know what? As a matter of fact, we should be positive. And in addition to, now here is no follower. Okay, we should be positive always. Always we should try our level best to take the things positively instead of taking the things negatively. Okay, and for instance, if I would like to do cycling, so at the earliest I should be positive irrespective of not knowing about how to do cycling or how to drive bicycle. That's the fact. And furthermore, for catching up on a new activity, we people feel shy or nervous and even feel afraid of the new activity, and so due to which we take the thing as a negative one. Okay, and due to which, you know what, our negativity, our inner negativity that enhances and intensifies, and even our fear that too intensifies and enhances and uplifts and increases. So we people should try our level best to be positive every time. Okay, and furthermore, now here is one follower. You know what, one or two followers motivate me every time to speak more good and more clearly. That's the fact. Okay, let me continue once again. You know what, as a matter of fact, the thing is that if I would try to pursue a new activity like swimming, so initially I would feel shy, even I would feel nervous and afraid of swimming. And so, you know what, due to which I would be demotivated and unencouraged, and I would feel negative inwardly. And so my the negativity level, that would be enhanced and uplifted, and so thereby in return my fear that would also be uplifted. And so this case lies with each and every activity, like taking the interview of any examination at the very first time, or even taking the examination, board examinations, even speaking English, even learning something new as well. That's the hidden fact. Okay, and in addition to, you know what, every time we should feel positive, we should be positive. And in addition to, you know what, our positivity, our inward positivity would tend to enable us to do the activity with full of the confidence. Okay, and you know what, confidence, that is must. Confidence is mandatory, as our confidence level that helps us quite much to overcome the obstacles, the hurdles, the bottlenecks which come in our way to hinder the process of our success. That's the fact. Okay, and furthermore, you know what, many a time we feel afraid, even we feel nervous, and due to which we feel quite much negative, and we just think this and even wonder at and muse at that we would be unable to catch up on this activity. Okay, and so due to which, you know what, as a result, the thing is that I turn weak, or we turn weak. And in addition to, you know what, as a result we get no success later on. That's the fact. Okay, for instance, very firstly, someone gave me a work to do, like writing something. Okay, and especially writing a poem. And so initially I would feel nervous, I would feel scared, and I would be fumbling about how to go about writing a poem in English or in any other language. As very firstly, writing a poem, that is a new task to me. I have never done with this same sort of task. So this would be a different one, and even I would be unfamiliar with this same sort of task. And so, you know what? As a result, I would feel negative inwardly, and my negativity, that would that would not help me to overcome the nervousness. Instead, my negativity would uplift the nervousness, and so due to which my hands, especially the right hand, would tremble. Tremble means quiver, shake, while writing the poem. Okay? It happens many a time with many people. Okay? Very firstly, I know the personal experience related to trembling hand. Okay? Very firstly, this is the real, original, and my own personal experience. It so happened that the last year I was requiring to take the board examinations. No one is present right away. Okay, who is present? Tell me. Are you Arun Rawat? If you are Arun Rawat, so then you must comment me. If you are Diego Carvajal, then you must comment me. Yeah, Arun Rawat. Let me quench my thirst. Okay, so you know what? It so happened with me that the last year I was in grade 12th. I was requiring to take the board examinations, and so I used to take tension, and so I used to turn negative in nature, and even I was unable to overcome the nervousness, and so my right hand used to quiver, my right hand used to tremble a lot while putting down the answers, and so my penmanship, my handwriting, that turned obnoxious one, malicious, malignant one, and tragic and terrible one as well. And in addition to my handwriting, that used to be like a child of nursery, LKG or UKG. Really, you know what? My writing, my penmanship, that is good. Okay, according to me, that is pretty good. I'm satisfied, I'm contented with my handwriting as I put down the cursive handwriting. And in addition to, at that time, my right hand used to quiver, that used to tremble a lot. Even I used to get the question paper, and when the writing time used to start, so I used to just try my level best to put down the answers, but my right hand used to tremble a lot, and so I explored myself unable to put down the answers. And in addition to, not for once, but also it happened with me for each and every examination up to the end, from the starting, from the commencement of the examinations. And it didn't happen with me in the pre-boards, but it happened with me in the board examinations, really, in the board examination of second semester. And as the last year, the examinations, they were conducted in 2 semesters due to the pandemic named coronavirus. Okay, and so in addition to, you know what, at the very first time, let me relate this, let me disclose this, the time that started. Okay, I was requiring to put down the answers from 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Okay, and the ending time, that was 3:30. It means 3:30, and the teacher, she signaled, she said, start, come on, just start the examination, start writing the answers. And even after saying this, she used to just give a signal of this, okay, all the best, all the best to all of the students. And then I just commenced, I started putting down the answers, and my right hand used to tremble a lot, and even I tried my level best to continue with writing the answers, but in vain, really. And even then I thought is that who else would try to put down my answers, and I thought is that in spite of knowing each and everything, I would be unable to pass out the examination, I would be unable to pass out the 12th grade with the flying colors. You know what, I thought is that I would be the topper, but my hands, they weren't with me. My hands, they weren't obeying me. And so, you know what, I thought this that neither teachers nor any student would try to help me for putting down the answers. And then I just felt like weeping bitterly over that. But then I thought this that due to weeping I would ruin my own time, I would waste my own time. And then I thought this that I'm just having 90 minutes, it means 1 hour and half an hour. And then I thought this that the answers, they are lengthy one, long one. And then I thought this that I shouldn't ruin and deviate my time like this. And then I used to get up from my seat, and I used to, very firstly I used to aware the teachers of the fact. And then the teachers, they were alarmed, they were in a fix, as they were unable to understand me, they were unable to fathom me that what happened with me at all. And so the teachers, they used to just come up to me, and then they asked me that what happened. And I used to aware them that, ma'am, my hands, they are trembling a lot, what should I do? Very firstly, please change the seat. And even while I was saying so, my voice, that too was shaking, as I was completely nervous. Really, I was unable to fathom that what was happening with me and why it happened at the very first examination, at the very first board examination. And even the school children, my colleagues, my maths my classmates, they were peering at me, they were staring at me. And they even didn't know that what happened with me. They were curious to know, they were eager to know that what happened with me. And even then, you know what, the teacher, she used to give me a place which was in the front, quite front. And I was required to sit on a different chair. And there was a different table as well. And then I used to put down the answers. And for some time my hands, they used to tremble, but later they used to be normal. It happened with me in the first examination, but in all other examinations, my hands, they used to tremble and quiver for all time long, for every time, for 90 minutes completely. Even while I was taking the commerce examination, so I knew each and everything. Really, I knew about the points, I knew about the key points, I knew about how to fetch marks, good marks in the commerce examination. But my hands, they weren't obeying me. My hands, they gave up. They gave up writing. They felt negative. Okay. And so quite hardly and really I used to put down the answers, as the teacher, she warned me that you have to put down the answers. If you would not try to put down the answers, so nobody else would try to help you. You are the only one who would help yourself. Okay. And nobody else would not come up to you for helping you at the same time. And then I thought this that I should do something. And even I thought this that I should try my level best to help myself for passing the examination. And in addition to, you know what, in the another examination, I aware the teacher of the fact, in the commencement, in the beginning of the examination, even when the examination that started. So after 2 to 3 minutes, I aware the teacher of the fact. Then the teacher, she reprimanded me. She scolded me. It means datna. Okay. She scolded me, reprimanded me, upbraided me, admonished me rather badly before my colleagues. She told me that always your hands tremble, and you should try to just have this secret only with you. Don't try to share this fact with others, as thereby not only you are disturbing and distracting me, but also you are disturbing and distracting your colleagues who are requiring to attempt the board examinations. So don't try to disturb and distract them by just saying excuse me ma'am, and then explaining the situation to me. And even, you know what, by hook or by crook, I used to continue putting down the answers. And it so happened with me with each and every examination until the end. And even at the D-day of the examination, after taking the examination, I felt good. I thought this that Balatali. Really, as my hands, they were not obeying me, and so I just wanted to work off the examinations completely. I just wanted to get rid of the examinations. Work off. WORKOFF. It means to get rid of. Chutkara pana. Okay. And it's my personal experience. Very firstly, I took the tension, the excessive amount of tension, and so my negativity that used to enhance, and I was unable to overcome the fear, and I turned completely negative. And fifthly, I felt so nervous, so due to which my hands used to quiver, used to tremble quite a lot. That's the fact. Even my colleagues, they used to ask me that what happened with you? Why were your hands trembling today? And some colleagues used to call up me. It means to call me over telephone. Even one of my friends, my boon companions, used to come up to me, and then that companion used to ask me what happened, and I used to explain the situation and the scenario. Okay, let it be. It never happened with me earlier, quite earlier before the board examinations, and even now, it's not happening. And according to me, it would not. It would completely not happen. As henceforth, I'm completely banned on my resolve of not taking tension for the examinations. Examination of any type, any sort. Okay, that's the fact. Banned on something. Very firstly, I am fixed on my resolve of doing this, or I am completely banned on doing this. Banned on matlab ki tule rehna, that you have to do this, and by hook or by crook, at any cost, you have to do this. And in addition to firm on the resolve, it means that dran sankalp, with full determination. Okay, with full determination, you are with full determination to do something, or you can say this, that you want to do this at any cost, or by hook or by crook. By hook or by crook, it means that kaise bhi karke you have to do, and you want to do this really. Okay. And even my very second topic, that is about dream big. Okay, very firstly, before I begin with this topic, let me say something else. Okay, the last day, Diego Carvajal. You know what? I just told this. Karwa Chauth ka jal. Diego Karwa Chauth ka jal. Instead of saying Diego Carvajal. Okay, and very firstly, I was just brooding over this, that he would be a teenager like us, like 18, 17, 16, around our age. But he was a man of 35 years old. Really. The moment I got to know about that fact, so really, I was pretty much alarmed. I was in a fix. Alarmed. I was alarmed. It means that I was surprised. You can say this, that I was astonished, dumbfounded, startled, flabbergasted, spellbounded. It means that surprised. Okay. And in addition to, he joined my live streaming as he wanted to learn English. And the moment when I got aware my siblings about the fact, so they just told me this straight away, that he would be a madman. And so he came on the live streaming. उनके बच्चे हमारे जितने एज के होंगे. Yes, maybe possible. You know what, my subscribers, they have declined by one. Earlier they were 89, now they are 88. And even today, Diego Carvajal has not joined me. Earlier there were 2 followers for 1 minute or for some seconds, but now it's merely 1. That's the fact. Okay, let it be most probably he felt annoyed with me and angry with me, and so he don't even wanna join me during the live streaming. Okay. And in addition to my very second reason, that topic, I guess ऐसे recommend नहीं होता किसको what I know that he wanted to learn and he wanna learn English. Mm. Earlier you commented me something like usko and so on, the long message. The last second message that isn't present over here. But 35 कुछ ज़्यादा ही हो गया. Yes. आई गेस ऐसे रिकमेंड नहीं होता, किसको उन्होंने सर्च करा होगा तब जाके आपके चैनल आया होगा. It can also happen. But you know what? The YouTube that itself shows the channels, the channel list. Like if I wanna learn English, so YouTube would try to display and depict me some of the channels. Okay, like Lucy Bella, there is a channel of American English, no, British English, and spoken English guru, spoken English classes, so on, English, spoken English, and so on related to this. And even my earlier videos, they were related to how to learn English, how to speak English with full confidence, and so most probably my video that would had come before his eyes, that can also happen. But how he got to know about my channel? Okay, by searching. But how he used to search and how he got to know so that he used to search my channel, that can also happen. And in addition to, you know what, when he used to just join me on the live streaming, so quite lately I asked him his age, so he told me that I am 35 years old, and then I used to say uncle to him. Okay, and even then at last I used to say sir to him, sir, for giving respect to him. Okay, quite earlier I was silent, there was a pause as I was just exploring the top messages, and the top messages which you commented, they weren't present and they were not coming for overtime, and so it took me overtime to just explore the comments which you commented. And after exploring, even after finding the comments, I used to read the comments, then I used to give the answers of the comments. Okay, dream big. Okay, very firstly, we should dream big. Okay, before I begin with this, let me say something else, which is that Costa Rica, it's a small country of Central America. I used to search this on Google, so that's how I got to know about this. And he told me that his mother tongue, that is Spanish. That may be, no problem. Okay, and even the last day he asked me about the time of next session, so I quite recently I texted him, I messaged him, but wait a minute. Okay, quite recently I used to message him, I used to text him, but even yet he hasn't yet joined me. No problem. And you know what, his country, the time over there, there is, that is 24 hours ago. Okay, really. And in addition to his country's time, that is running one day ago as compared to our country's time. That's why I'm opting commerce, because my ambition are so high that it can't be fulfilled by choosing PCM or arts. Dream big, play Dream 11. Oh, commerce. But very firstly, have you bought all the books? All the books, like very firstly, what's your board? CBSE, ISC, or nope. Which board? There should be a board. Pass तो हो जाऊँ पहले. But there should CBSE. Okay. Then you would be getting business studies instead of the subject named commerce. Okay, you would be getting business studies, and very firstly each and everything would be easy. But you know what? In ISC, commerce that is easy as that contains less chapters as compared to business studies. Okay, very firstly business study and commerce. In ISC there is commerce, but in CBSE there is business studies. Okay, and there is a difference between these a couple of subjects. Business studies that contains, why discrimination with CBSE? I don't know, but you know what? The fact is that CBSE that contains business studies, and business studies that contains more chapters, like chapters in mid 20s, and even there are 2 books of business studies. On the contrary, the ISC commerce book, that is the thin and small one as well, and in addition to, you know what, as a matter of fact, that book that contains merely 17 chapters according to me. I haven't yet read that for over time, so they were 17 according to me, not more than that, 17 or 15 like this. कॉमर्स के सब्जेक्ट के बारे में भी बताओ. Yes, okay, why not? And very firstly, you know what, the next thing is that commerce that is easy quite much. The commerce, you know what, the commerce stream contains commerce subject, like PCM contains physics, chemistry, maths, and commerce subject contains commerce, the main subject, and even accounts and economics for IAC students. On the contrary, for CBSE students, it contains, the commerce stream contains business studies, accounts, and economics. Okay, the commerce book that is easy as compared to business studies. Why? The reason behind this is that for IASC students, they are requiring, okay, IASC students, they are requiring to just catch up on English literature, English language, and Hindi literature and Hindi language as well. And so since the course, the amount of subjects, the syllabus, that is high, stately, grand, huge, mammoth, so due to which the commerce that is given to them and that is easy. On the contrary, for the CBSE students, the business studies, that is itself the quite Herculean one. It means difficult, arduous, gigantic, formidable, fearful, and in one sense the IELTS. IELTS, what is IELTS? IELTS, that a task which is difficult to you to do so. Okay, like just solving the questions of mathematics is itself my IELTS. Okay, and so you know what, since there is no hint of Hindi, English literature and language in CBSE board, so due to which the business studies, that is hardest one over there, and that is present over there in the CBSE board. But even I know well versed that there is English as well in CBSE board, but the English, that is easy one, but in ISC the English, that is even that is a slight difficult one. But you know what, the thing is that in ICSE board there are more chances to fetch good marks. As the stories, they are the fascinating one, amazing one. I read Salvatore, even I read Fritz as well, the ghost story, and even I read some other stories as well, like the sound machine, and even I read some more. I'm not aware of those as long time no see of book, and even long time no reading of that same English book. That's the fact. Okay, let me continue with my second topic, which is dream big. Okay, and very firstly, we should dream big. We should dream as high as we can. Okay, very firstly, there is no restriction on dreaming big. We are free. We have got independence. We have got what? Freedom. So it means that we are free. So we are having the right of dreaming big. As dreaming big and high can can just can help us to just catch up on a goal, and after catching up on a goal, just accomplishing the goal, and for accomplishing and achieving the goal, making a strategy, making a plan, and even finding paths, directions, driveways for achieving the particular and specific goal. That's the fact. You know what? As a matter of fact, many a time the people say this, that don't fly in the air, don't dream big, and just be in your limits. So why we should be in our limits? Why not we are having the rights to dream big? Okay, according to me, if we would try to dream big, so we would turn positive inwardly, and then we would tend to enable to overcome the shyness and nervousness, and even in return our confidence level that would be uplifted. And if the confidence level would be uplifted, so then you know what, we would tend to enable to accomplish and achieve our goal. And what we would be getting in return, we would be getting success, we would be flourished and prospered in our lives, in our goals, in our career, in our future as well. That's the fact. So you know what, we should try to dream so high and so big. That's the fact. Merely one follower. Why it's happening? Okay, let it be. And in addition to, let me say something else. Okay, which is that you know what, many a time some people who are the poor one, the needy one, they try to dream small, as there are some restrictions, the restriction of money. Okay, and so they just try the level best to be in their limits, and so due to which they are unable to get a good career and even to do a good job as well. And so due to which they themselves are unable to earn high, handsome, heavy, and maximum amount of money. Okay, and in addition to, you know what, the wealthy people, since they are having more money due to their parents, so due to which they never try to dream big, but some tries to dream big. Okay, and even the children of the wealthy parents, they try to catch up on the wrong path. They try to have liquors, they try to have drugs, they try to get indulge in or getting engrossed on the parties which contains liquors, drugs, cigarettes. That's the fact. And so due to which some wealthier people, they are unable to flourish and prosper. Okay, the main reason behind success, that is hard work. And in addition to, you know what, we should try the level best to avoid liquors, to avoid intoxicants up to a great extent. If we would try to avoid intoxicants, so then what would happen? Okay, so then what would happen? Our money, that would be saved, even our health, that too would be saved. That's the fact. Okay, Arun, You can ask me questions. Okay, you asked me earlier about subjects, commerce. Very firstly, there would be some chapters in commerce and even in business studies as well, like POSDC. What is POSDC? P for planning, O for organization, S for staffing, D for directing, C for controlling, even coordinating the organization. What is organization? Organization, that is enterprise, entrepreneur, even business, you can say in simple English, business. Okay, very firstly there would be some steps, the steps of planning, how to make a plan. Okay, and objectives of plan, advantages of planning, disadvantages of planning, types of planning, definition of planning. Arun, what's happening with people? They're coming and they're going, they're coming and they are going. Am I not speaking good? Okay, are you Arun? Just say yes. Are you Arun Rawat? Comment me yes. Are you Arun? Okay. Then, very firstly, planning. You would be requiring to catch up on or even to read the definition. Didi, I am on call. Oh. Continue with that one. Then I would say some moments later, okay? Let me say that. Okay, for planning, what you would be requiring to read the definition of planning, then the steps of planning, the advantages of planning, the disadvantages of planning, the types of planning as well. Then O for organizing, you would be requiring to read the definition of organizing, then the steps of organizing, even the detailed explanation of the steps as well, and even according to me the advantages of organizing, the disadvantages of organizing, the types of organizing as well, and same as with SDC. Okay, and each and everything is for understanding purposes, nothing is for learning. Okay, and so you need not to learn anything, you just need to understand everything. Okay, understanding that is good and that is better as compared to learning things. Okay, if you would try to learn something, so you would remember that thing for some moment of time, but after a specific moment of time you would forget about the things. But understanding, if you would try to understand something, so you would remember that one for lifetime. Okay, and especially up to the examination, and so you need not to be worried about the examination. and you would be carefully completely. And if you would learn about the things, then you would feel like this, that what if I would forget about the concepts during the examination or before the examination. And so that would be a hectic thing for you and even a problematic thing for you as well. And even, you know what, hectic, tiring, demanding, it means that tensionful, a thing which is tensionful for you, and a thing which is tedious, and a thing due to which you have got exhausted or tired. And it also means that a thing or even an activity which you did all day long, or you would be requiring to do all day long, or which you are doing right away, or which you have been doing for some time. Okay. And in addition to the language, that is simple and easier one. And even the thing is that there would be features as well, features of planning, organizing, staffing, controlling and directing and controlling, and coordinating as well. And so you are just requiring to catch up on the features as well, definition, features, advantages, disadvantages, types, and it's enough, steps as well. And even there would be differentiation as well, differentiation between two things or among 3 to 4 things. Okay, now you can ask me questions if you are not on your call. Ask me questions. You sleep many a time. I ask you questions and you just spend the time by not answering me the questions. Even last time that man, he too did so. I asked him many a time about his age, his name and his class, and he didn't try to tell me, and quite later he told me that he was 35 years old. And then I got to know that he had already passed out the 12th grade. Oh. Here are two. Used to just backbite. Okay. Here is one. There is two. What's happening? 1 2 1 2 1 2 followers. Okay. Sir, you can ask me questions. Questions related to English language, English literature, or about anything, or about my personal life, or you can just give me any topic on which I would try to express my opinion. Okay. You can give me questions. You may give me questions. Okay, may. What is the difference between may and can? May, that is used for taking permission. Can, that is also used for taking permission, and even for judging the ability or even the capacity of something. Request, order, yes. May, that is used for seniors. Okay. For instance, here is a man of 35 years old. Okay. And it means that he is senior to me. Okay. It means that he is elder than me. And so what should I say? If I wanna ask him questions, so I should say this: sir, may I ask you questions? Or sir, may I ask you some questions or a few questions? Or may I ask you a question? Okay. दीदी, आज पहली बार मैंने जोमेटो से मंगाया खाना मेरी मम्मी को बिना बताए. Oh. And can, what is the use of can? Okay, can. When she get to know about it, she beat me pretty hard. Okay, it meant that it is secret. It has been a secret even yet. Okay, very firstly, what is the difference between can and may? May is for request and order, Okay, request and order for the senior. Okay. Hmm. Okay, for instance, if I if I would like to give you a task, so what I would like to say, sir, may I give you a task? Sir, may you try to do this task for me? Or sir, would you try to have this? Would you like to have tea or coffee? Okay, this is what. And can, you can say this that can is for judging ability of someone, or even can is for request and order as well, but for juniors, not for seniors. Like, can I go over there? Can I use your mobile? Even for possibility as well. The rain that can happen, downpour that can happen. Okay, if I wanna ask my friend about to go to the washroom using his or her washroom, so I would like to ask him or her by saying this, that can I use the washroom? Okay, but if I would try to ask about this from the teacher, then I would say this, that may I use the washroom? May I use your washroom? Okay, you can ask me questions. Uh, what's happening? 1 2 1 2. Are you getting my point? 1 2 1 2. One forward, then two forward. Okay. When I used to backbite about that, man, so two forward came. Okay, it's wrong that you used to buy the item from the Zomato. Okay, as according to me, the junk foods, they are unhealthy for the body, so we should try our level best to avoid the junk foods up to a great extent. Okay, and in addition to, we should try our level best to eat the healthy food. Okay, and furthermore, we should try our level best to have the veggies up to a great extent, even to have the fruits up to a great extent. Oh, really? Okay, you should try to avoid having the oily food. You know what? A woman, an old woman, she used to run the marathon, a race, and she is 95 years old. She won the race quite recently, and in addition to, you know what, she always claims this, that she is fond of having milk, even curd, butter, and she isn't fond of having the, is she alive? Yes, she is alive right away. I saw her photo right away, quite recently in the newspaper, in the Hindi newspaper of India. And in addition to, you know what, she always claims this, that she lives quite far away from oily food. Okay, she avoids having the oily food, as oily food, not only oily food deteriorate our health, it also increase your life expectancy. Yes, the lifespan, that would also be increased, and not only it deteriorate our health, but also having the oily food, that can damage our skin as well up to a great extent. Mummy, mummy, हाँ, hmm. I just heard the noise of Bengals. Then I felt afraid of the presence of someone. And then for confirmation, I asked, Mom, are you present? And she got me aware that yes, I'm present. Okay, the Britishers, the foreigners, they say instead of saying I am. Okay, I am Okay, even always instead of saying always. This helps for better pronunciation of theirs and for saying quick English. And earlier I used to say always, like my tutor, my mentor. And even I say many a time instead of saying I am. Okay, Aditi Dubey instead of saying I am Aditi Dubey. You can ask me questions. When I would just cease and even stop the live streaming, so I would get to know about the followers, and the followers, they would be 10. I don't know what you joined for 2 times, it means 2 views. Economy में 11 में क्या पढ़ूंगा? Economics, that is economics. Okay, we would be getting some of the chapters, and even the chapters, they would be easy, like market, demand, price. When the demand that goes up, the price that too goes up. When the demand goes down, the price that too goes down. This is the law of demand. You would be getting to know about what is demand, types of demand, and even about prices, and even about market price. And the book, that would be thick one, and each and everything would be for understanding. If you would try to learn something, then definitely you would be unable to pass the examination, as it's must to just understand each and everything. I understood the diagrams, I understood the concepts, and then I took the examination really. And in addition to, you should learn each and every, you should understand each and every line, each and every word, and each and every diagram of your book as well. And even when I was requiring to catch up on academics, so I was requiring to take 2 attempts. One attempt that that meant that the attempt of the MCQs. Second one was for the descriptive type. And so, you know what? As a matter of fact, for MCQs, I used to prepare myself, and even for descriptive type, I used to prepare myself with the concepts, with the keywords, with the main points, so as to fetch good marks. And for MCQs, I was not requiring to worry about the key points, about how to fetch marks. I was just requiring to just make a choice out of 4 of the options. And in addition to the bifurcated syllabus that took place, my syllabus that was reduced up to a great extent, but the syllabus which was reduced, that too came in the examination. So due to which I got 36 marks out of 40 in the second semester. Okay, and in addition to, you know what, since the syllabus that was divided, half syllabus came in the first semester and half came in the second semester, so I got an opportunity to catch up on merely half of the syllabus, and out of half of the syllabus, some amount of syllabus that was bifurcated, and then I was just requiring to catch up on some of the chapters, like 7 or 6, and I read those chapters within 2 days. Merely within 2 days, I used to revise and read the chapters within 2 days, and I was having 3 to 4 months. I used to just kill the time by using WhatsApp, and even by just loitering around the rooms, or even by just gossiping, idle gossip, and so on. Even I wasn't having mobile so that I could upload the videos on YouTube. I got this phone on 3rd January 2023, this year, and at the night time, at correct 10 o'clock. My parents, they went, and I got some moments later this phone. Okay, I can say this, that around 10 o'clock I got this phone. And in addition to, you can ask me questions. and even there would be diagrams related to price, demand, market, and even you would tend to enable to get to know about perishable goods like the milk, and even like those goods which we can't store. Okay. And then barter system as well, like earlier there was no money, you got this phone as a gift or tane kha ke mila. Okay. So the reason behind this is that once my neighbor, he displayed his YouTube channel to my mom, and he was having 2000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. And so then I thought this that I would speak English and I would be getting more views. As I thought this is my talent, and I should use and optimize and utilize this. I should take the avail of this. I thought this. And so then, you know what? I used to ask for mobile. I used to give a demand of mobile to my parents. And in addition to, initially my mom, she said to me that it's good that you used to catch up on academics in grade 12 without using phone. Even in 11th and 10th as well, you didn't try to use phone, so it was good. And even you didn't try to join the coaching, the private coachings as well. You used to work hard at home without any teacher, without any tutor, and especially in the corona virus time, in the pandemic, and especially the schools, they were locked, the lockdown came. And so I used to work hard on academics alone. And so my mom, she wanted to give me a mobile. And in addition to, you know what, earlier initially my mom, she was completely banned on buying a mobile for me. But later, when my dad came from a specific area, as he's in army, so the transfer that takes place. And so when he came home, and so my mom, she used to make up excuses by saying this that today I want to go over there, I want to visit this place, so next time I would buy a phone for you. So she used to delay buying a phone for me, and it happened day by day, it happened over time. And one day I was firm in my resolve of getting the mobile and using the mobile. And so in the night time, my dad, he felt free, and so he used to say to my mom that let's go for buying a mobile for her. But initially my mom, she was hesitant, she was hesitating. And even she used to ask about that same question again from my dad, as she didn't want to buy a mobile for me. But later my daddy insisted her, and then they both went, and they both used to buy a mobile. And I was having a choice to take Vivo or Oppo or Realme. These are the Chinese phones, really. These leak data. Okay. And even these leak about the identification as well, personal identification. Okay. And so due to which the army soldiers, the soldiers of India, they are no longer requiring to use these phones. Even some of the apps, they release the data. This is the fact. Not the phone releases, but some of the hazardous and dangerous apps, they releases the data. Okay. And in addition to, I'm not claiming this that the phone, the Oppo, Realme and Vivo, they are bad. And I'm not claiming this that they releases the data. I'm saying this that the apps, they releases data. Okay. For clarification, I've said this right away. And very thirdly, okay, I was having a choice. And so very firstly, my mom, she didn't want to buy a 5G mobile for me, as that was expensive, and it is cheaper. The 4G, that is cheaper. The 5G, that when my mom came over there, went over there, so the seller was saying this that 5G, that is over 25,000, and this phone, this is of 12,000. And so 12,000 something, not merely 12,000, it is 12,300 and something. Okay. And so then I was having a choice to buy Vivo or Realme or Oppo. Then my dad used to just ignore Realme. Okay. Then he just tried the level best to make a choice out of Oppo and Vivo. Then I used to search on the Google and even on the YouTube many a time about which one is good, Oppo or Vivo. Then my dad, he preferred Oppo. As in a what? The back of the Oppo that looks pretty amazing one, eye-catching one. That is either blue in color or orange in color. And so, due to that fact, my daddy just wanted to buy Oppo. And then I was having a choice either to take Oppo A16 or Oppo A17. And Oppo A16 that was cheaper as compared to Oppo A17. And even there was a difference between size, battery as well. मेरे पापा पुलिस में आया तो मेरी चोरी के फ़ोन क्या व्हाट दीदी खाना खाने जा रहा हूँ वन सी यू टुमारो तो पुलिस में आया तो मेरी चोरी के फ़ोन वाह चोरी की फ़ोन मिल गया फ्री में बस ओप्पो है ओके चोरी का फ़ोन फ्री में मिल गया क्योंकि पापा पुलिस में है G and what is GN? See you tomorrow. What is GN? And so I was having a choice between Oppo A17 and 16, and even there is a difference between battery, charge, and storage, and size of the mobile. And so due to which my daddy preferred Oppo A17, and right away I'm having Oppo A17 of orange color. Good night. See you tomorrow. मेरे पापा पुलिस में हैं तो चोरी किया Okay, good night. Bye bye. Sweet dreams.